Yo. Welcome back to the Screen Kings channel. My fellow cinephiles, you guys have probably missed us. And if you haven't, that's fine. You're blocked anyway. Um, we are grateful to be back, super excited. We took a break, we took the summer off, but we came back better. We came back better, and when I say better, I first want to say congratulations to my co-host Christian on getting his master's. Give it up
Thank
for
you.
Christian.
Thank you,
Yep,
everybody.
yep, yep. I need 5 big booms in the comments. Boom,
Boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.
boom. I am super excited to be back. Christian, how you feeling?
I'm excited. It was a hot girl summer. We missed a lot, but we're back, and we're
Boom.
back with a maybe not a good film, but I think one people have been wanting to see.
Yeah. So the title actually has the color of the shirt that our co-host is wearing, our special guest co-host today. So I'm gonna introduce her real quick. Everybody give it up for Ashley. Give it up for Ash Bash. Boom, boom, boom.
Hello, friends.
We need 7 big booms. That's the amount of letters in Ash Bash.
That's six. Actually, just
So
six.
that's incorrect.
Ash bad. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, let's have a for real moment in our life. Um, But today we are going to be talking about the Black Phone 2. And I always knew that Ashley's first review on this channel was going to be a horror movie. I always knew that. I always and oh right, go ahead. Black
That's not how I was
Phone
doing my shirt.
2.
Black.
Oh, I can do it too. Black Phone 2. Oh, okay. So I'm
Okay,
going to
be
give a
for real.
description about this movie and then we're going to get into oh. So I'm going to give a description about this movie and then we're going to lock in and give our reviews. Bad dreams haunt 15-year-old Gwen as she was.
Sorry.
I'm the only adult in the room. I swear.
I'm sorry. Okay. Bad dreams haunt 15-year-old Gwen as she receives calls from the Black Phone and sees disturbing visions of 3 boys being stalked at a winter camp. Accompanied by her brother Finn, they head to the camp to solve the mystery, only to confront the Grabber, a killer who's grown even more powerful in death. So, I personally feel like that description was very corny. But we'll start with Christian. Christian, tell the audience what you thought of this film,
Great
please.
introduction, Jeremy. Thank you. As always, thank you, sir. Thank you. As you were explaining, I was being grabbed by this grabber here.
Grabber.
Yeah. So, Black Phone 2. I enjoyed the first one a lot. And this was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And I'm sad to say I was a bit disappointed in this one. It's not oh shocking. It wasn't terrible, but I want to give you some of my brief thoughts. I thought Ethan Hawke was still great here. Solid performance by Ethan Hawke. He's terrifying. He's menacing. He's very Freddy Krueger light in this movie. He's the best part of the film. The Grabber is just a really interesting villain, and I appreciated him here. I also thought the siblings, our 2 siblings, had great chemistry together. They had great chemistry in the first film, but I thought here they also had great chemistry between. I guess Jeremy might disagree with that. But hey, I thought they had great chemistry. And then I thought that this was the major problem with it is that there was too many convenient plot points, characters making decisions just to tell you like there's a winter camp in the middle of the mountains of Colorado in the winter that they're hosting, and the 2 siblings go up there and they're like, "Well, the rest of the campers are not here because we got a hold of their parents and told them not to come because of the storm, but they couldn't get a hold of them. So now they're up there and they're trapped." It was just really overly convenient plot points. Um, I did like how the film leaned more in the supernatural, but I also appreciated in the first one that it was more of like a kidnapping predator film with a little bit of supernatural. This is like leans heavy into the supernatural, almost like a Nightmare on Elm Street film, which was cool. Yeah. And then another part of it I didn't really like is like we, the audience, and other character would find out something, and then um, they would have to go and explain it to all these other characters, right? So I was like, we're getting the same information repeated and repeated, and it was really frustrating at one point. Um, I did like the dream sequences. Like there's a cinematography that separates the dream sequences from the real life stuff. I thought that was really interesting. Um, but yeah, overall, um, it was definitely, as you could probably tell, a mixed bag on my part. Jeremy, what'd you think about it?
Listen, the first one I feel like in a few years is going to be a horror classic. Like it's going to be talked about for years. I thought the first one was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. This one, I was not moved. I was not moved. I think Ethan Hawke did great, like you said. Um, Mason Thames was a little calmer in this one. Actually, not really. Um, I don't know. I feel like their chemistry was not as good in this one. I don't know if it's because they got older and the sister was really corny. Like whoever wrote her jokes might need to be taken out like of the building in the back and like just taken care of. I don't know. Um because the writing was just not hitting for me. I feel like the Black Phone, in my personal opinion, didn't need a sequel. I feel like it's a good standalone film. It tells a story, it ends the story. I feel like it didn't need a sequel, especially when the sequel is him coming back as a demon. Like I wasn't moved by the supernatural aspect of it. Like I feel like it was more of a cash grab to me. It was like, oh, people like the first one, let's make money off that. But now it's like you kind of ruined the franchise for me. Like I don't know if I want to watch a Black Phone 3 if they make one, especially if it's the same writers, you know? Um like you said, the dream sequences were really cool. The way they separated and differentiated the real life from the dream sequences were really cool, but it did become a bit excessive for me. Like it just, she kept having dreams. I was like, wake up! Like there's no way you're still going through this. And then like at one point, her dreams became realistic, and I was like, oh, okay. But like I feel like after the first 20 minutes, it lost me.
Mm.
It never caught me back up. Um, the whole camp thing, the writing wasn't good. The acting was mediocre. Um, I just I feel like we didn't need a Black Phone too, and I this movie proved that we didn't need a Black Phone too. So I personally would not recommend the movie. That's just me. But let's hear what Screen Queen Ashley got to say. What you got to say, Miss?
So, a lot of the things that I have to say are very similar to what you both have already said. I was a huge fan of Black Phone 1. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a huge fan of anything horror, psychological thriller, like slashing, killing. Like I'm a huge fan of all that stuff, and so I feel like Black Phone was a hit for me, the first one. And so when they said that they were coming out with the second one, I was like, okay, like Jeremy said, I don't really think that it needs a sequel, but obviously being a fan of the first one, I was like, okay, I'll give it a watch. I feel like it did take a while for it to come out as well, which kind of disappointed me, because at first it was supposed to come out. I don't even know when. Like when was it supposed to come out originally?
Like last year.
Yeah, and then they pushed it back to the end of this year. So it's been over for like a little bit over 4 years since the first one came out. So, yeah, I was like, okay. So also, really quickly, I didn't see any. Oh, just kidding. I have seen the trailers, but I heard good things about the movie. And typically, when we go into a movie, I'm like, don't tell me what the critics are saying because I feel like that gives me like a preconceived like thought of like, oh well, if people are saying that it's good, then it must be good, or if people saying it's bad, like it's gonna be bad. Like I don't really give it a chance. So when we saw it, I was like, oh no, this is. I was very highly disappointed. I think I gave it like a 4.5 or like a 5 out of 10, and I think the first one I gave maybe like an 8. I don't remember because it came out 4 years ago. But the thing that was hard for me to get over during the movie was the dialogue. I think from minute one to the very end, I just kept laughing throughout the movie, like chuckling, because I just thought the dialogue was very cheesy, um, very childish. Like it wasn't really giving. I feel like the dialogue in the first movie was a lot better, especially between the siblings, maybe because they were younger so it worked better, but now that they're I guess high school or whatever, it just really wasn't working for me. Another thing, give me 1 second, let me pull up my notes. um I like the ghost children. I feel like they were, I don't know, I kind of like them. Christian said that I leaned heavily into the supernatural, which I do agree with. It's something that I wasn't expecting with this movie, especially in the trailers. I didn't think that it was going to be as supernatural as it was. Um, but I feel like some of it worked with like the kids being in her dreams, and then it's like giving you clues of like who killed them. What I didn't like was how the grabber, I feel like, was a ghost and like was coming for her in her dreams, because like Christian said, it was giving very much Freddy Krueger. So it's just like, okay, we've already been there, we've did this, you know? And you guys know that like Nightmare on Elm Street has multiple sequels, and so it just felt like a repeat of that. So that's just a little bit of my thoughts of the movie. That was not good.
Yeah. I will say though, one scene I really enjoyed was the final phone call between the girl and what was it, her mother?
Oh yeah.
I think that
Can I say something?
right? Did I miss that? Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I agree. That scene was really good. It was very touching. It kind of made me like low key like tear up a little bit, because I was just like, oh my gosh, like how sweet is it that like her mom is
Heartwarming.
calling from what I would assume it would be heaven, and she's like, oh, like tell your brother I love him and what?
By that point, I was checked out.
Okay. But
I was too, but I was like, oh, this is cute.
yeah, I was just like, okay, yeah, like various in the middle. Also, what I did like too was how the grabber let Gwen see how her mom died. I
Hmm.
know, Christian, I don't think you were questioning like why would he show her that, but I didn't really question it. I was just like, okay, well at least she knows the truth, that her mom died, because they thought her mom killed herself.
I think they showed it because he was trying to like make the suffering worse, I guess. So telling her or showing her the truth would, I guess, make the blow hurt more when he takes them out, I guess. But he said it was an act of compassion, and when he was in the van with her in the dream sequence, so I was like, that seems a little bit out of character maybe for him, but maybe it was just to like dig the knife in more once he
Yeah.
tries to take him out.
Yeah. Um, like I said, I wouldn't tell anybody to run to the theater to see it.
I agree.
They can wait till it hits streaming. Um, Christian, do you have a rating?
Yeah, overall, I agree with Ashley. I think the first Black Phone is definitely like a solid 8 out of 10. Could be a little bit more. We just rewatched it. I think an 8. It's probably a good score for the first one, but I'm going to go for Black Phone 2. I'd say this is a 6 out of 10. It really is a mixed bag. Some things I appreciated, some things I didn't. Um, it's not very scary. But I will say though, I did like the fight sequences, I guess, when they're in the dream and they're fighting each other. But
Mhm.
it leaves a lot to be desired. So I'd say 6 out of 10.
Ashley?
I don't think it's worthy of a 6. I'm gonna stick by what I said and give it a 4.5.
Oh, okay. I think I'm in the middle of that. I would give it a 5.3. It's not worthy of a point 0.5. Um, it's literally mid.
Yeah.
It's mid. Honestly, um, I hate that we uh came back on a mid movie. We could have, if they would have made this a 10 out of 10 movie, this would have been like peak. This would have been like, yeah, we just saw the best movie of the year. But we're like, yeah, we're glad we're back and we're super excited. But it was mid.
Yeah, we had really high hopes for this film. I know it had made my most anticipated list for this year because the first one was really good, and
Hmm.
we had heard news, or at least you told me early on, that this was getting some pretty high praise to the point where people were saying it was better than the first. And I've seen a lot of chatter online that some people there's a pretty large camp that does think
Some
that, and then
people,
there's a large camp that's kind of in our realm that says no, this is actually a step down from the first one.
yeah. I even saw someone say that it was the best horror film of the year, even surpassing Sinners. And I think they were paid to make that review, and I stand by
Even if
that.
you even if you disqualify Sinners from being a horror, which you could. I mean, it is a horror, but it's a lot of different things. But even like
Yeah.
personally for me, like Weapons was a lot better. Companion, Together, all those horror films I think were a better outing than Black Phone 2. I mean, so.
She's looking like that because we were not feeling
But
weapons.
wouldn't you say
We
Weapons
were
is better than Black Phone 2? I mean, come on.
So this is where I struggle because I have uh let me show you guys. One
I feel like they're both mid.
As the viewers can see, these are all the movies that I've seen for this year, and I haven't put Black Phone 2 on it yet because I don't know. Yes, it's a 4.5, but I don't know if it's better or worse than some of the movies that are on here. Um, if you go by numeric score, I gave Weapons a 5 out of 10, and I gave this 4.5 out of 10. So if you go by numeric score, technically Black Phone 2 would be worse than Weapons. However, they're both like, you know, they don't really do anything. Like they don't like incite anything in me that's like, oh, this was so good, or oh, this is so bad. You know what I mean? It's just very like, okay, next. Companion, I didn't see. And what was the other one you said? Together. Don't waste your time.
Not moved.
Yeah.
I would say
We
even
were
Hard Eyes is
not
better than Black Phone
moved.
2.
Ah.
Good Boy was better than Black Phone
Okay.
2. There's a lot of horror movies
Good
that
boy
have been
was better than
better
Black Phones.
than
Hard
this one.
Eyes. Hard Eyes, again, you don't need to watch it. You've seen it multiple times, been there, done that. It's not better than Black Phone 2.
How are you gonna say been there, done that with Hard Eyes when it's pretty a unique film? It's
How
Valentine's
it's a
Day killing.
slasher.
Yeah, but there's a lot of slashers, but it's very unique. It blends comedy and horror and does it like around Valentine's Day. So you can't.
See, but I feel like it wasn't funny.
Maybe that's the problem because you guys know I despise comedy, so maybe that was the problem too.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny and it wasn't good. Like it's just like you're going around killing couples on Valentine's Day.
It's supposed to be ironic. It almost pokes fun at Valentine's Day and it pokes fun at slashers, which makes it ironic and funny.
All I know is she's
You.
just waiting on Five Nights at Freddy's too.
I am, which we saw the trailer. Well, I didn't see the trailer, but the trailer played in the Black Phone 2 viewing. I literally hid my head in my sweatshirt and covered my ears because I have yet to see the trailer and I will not be spoiled. The only spoiler I have is that Megan Fox is playing Toy Chico, which I'm like, okay. And then some other person is playing Toy Bonnie, and I'm just like, okay. So those are the only spoilers I know. So from what I've heard in the screaming, hopefully it's good. But I haven't seen any trailers, any reviews, or nothing. So hopefully it stays that way. 2 more months. Just 2 more months.
We're excited.
I'm excited.
I didn't expect it to be a December movie, but yeah. Well, guys, thank you guys for joining us on this Black Phone journey. We're super excited to be back. We'll be updating you guys soon. Make sure you subscribe, like, and follow for more. Thank you guys. Good night and good morning. Peace.